Scam School Remix. World champion magician Michael Amar is going to teach you how to unbreak a rubber band. It's one of my favorite tricks.
Make sure it's just what it seems to be, a regular, ordinary deck of cards. You can mix the cards, and I'm gonna have you sign your name on one. Your name on this card is more important than what the card is. Very nice, and put today's date on there. And everybody sees her card every time you see it, there's no question. Put it in the deck anywhere you want. You don't wanna leave it right here, so it never leaves your sight. I need one other thing.
A rubber band.
And I use that to lock that deck just as you've shuffled it. Okay, now you remember your card, what was it? The Ace of Clubs. I get down here like this. See, I don't have to stand here and beg for applause. Your card, somewhere down in the center of the deck. If I take the deck and I toss, one card sticks to your face. Is that your card? Is that your name signed on the face of it? Now, I know what you're thinking to yourself. You're thinking, what about the rubber band? That's the secret. Did you see the little bump on there?
No.
Little piece of Velcro? That's the secret. It comes apart at this spot, right there. It comes right here, right? Now the card sticks to the ceiling, then the two pieces go back together again, pretty much like that. That's how that one's done. It's real small on the inside that says, Misdirections, Joe Pon's San Francisco Magic Shop.
Where can people learn the card on ceiling?
MichaelAmarMagic.com.
There you go, that's good. The second part, where you break apart the rubber band, is one of my favorite impromptu tricks.
What makes it so good is that there's nothing extra, there's nothing hidden in your hands.
No secret props.
And when you break it, you get to show it, and there's nothing hidden at the end, So those things,
right?
It's the properties of the band. That is the method.
Are there rubber bands that are better for this?
The thinner the rubber band, the better. These are number 16. This is a good size, both for the card on ceiling and a bunch of the rubber band stuff.
Essentially, the entire method is you have two sides squeezed together so they look like
pulling the
one.
rubber band so that it looks like a single strand.
That is extraordinarily
and that's
elegant
the method.
and simple.
And that's why there's nothing to hide. But there's ways of getting into it. Now the simple method is just pinching this little loop right there. Later on, that's what they're going to hear for the break. Now the left little finger, just the little finger, pinches just the end. Now there's nothing here, that's just kind of an illusion. Now the right little finger pinches. But you act like you break it.
So you don't even necessarily match it all the way up.
And you do that.
You let there be a gap between the one end and the other, and you just imply.
That full circle is tough to, that's where it takes some real practice.
Right.
But you can get into it this quick. I broke it.
Well, and that's a really good point, because such good magic, it doesn't just rely on any one aspect. It's not in your hands, it's in your body and your posture. In fact,
they're processing all that, whether they know it or not. It's like,
The first time I ever saw this effect, the way the guy did it for me, his name was Glenn Filer out of Austin, Texas. He set it up, he said, I got one, it's a really good one, but you need a strong rubber bit. And that disappointment registered, and I felt bad. I was like, oh, no, dude, you could do it. He's like, no, hold on, I got this. And he goes, and then rubs it together, and then restored the rubber band. And in that moment, it was like he was a real wizard to me.
Harry Lorraine first published this in Reputation Makers, and that was the plot that I did for the longest time. I do this, I go, do you have a rubber? Oh, shoot. But here, if I do this, it goes back together. He's got a little more sophisticated way of getting into it, if you want to learn that.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's just like a little flicker of your fingers, but what happens
Wait, did you just do the get ready just then?
So it just takes, it's less than a second to do the get ready. The index finger and thumb, the left thumb pushes one strand against the other. Pinch. And take it off the thumb and onto the index finger. Now you'll be looking at that X, okay? So here's what you push, pinch, off the thumb. Where your index finger is, that's going to be the entire inside. Over here, you're going to be pinching the left end. See those pieces? Those have to close off, but still be held right there. So now we go like this. When I would do this, people would say, where did the broken rubber band go? And I used to think that's fine because they thought I had a broken rubber band.
Right.
But what was happening was they were seeing this. They were thinking I was shooting the broken one away.
Okay.
You know, so I thought, what if I slowed it down? And the reason you have to do it quick is because the looped ends are there.
Right.
And that's too big a piece
Sure,
to
sure.
really hide. So I thought if you can pinch them close by doing this and this, now I can pinch close. See, now you can slow it down.
You can preserve that moment.
You can show it, you can delay it, and seem to just put it right back together. You let go of everything but this. You go boink, and then just open that out real quick, and you get this real nice punctuation
You
at
just
the end.
blew my mind with the simplicity of that.
When I bring it up to my mouth, that is kind of resonating inside my mouth, so it actually amplifies so that you get a...
Oh,
like
you can hear
like
the
you
difference.
really bite it. In a perfect world, it comes right back to this. Sometimes it's hot.
Like for me, it's
and
getting
it
all
sticks
twisted.
together.
Yeah.
So if that happens, and you do this, and it's got that twisted kind of, real quick, you want to go in there and open that out.
But again, preserve
So
like
that they
this
don't
is
see
the
it.
moment that they're
right,
joined
so you
together.
still want to act like it hasn't happened until now.
That's brilliant.
Michael Amar is one of the best teachers in the entire history of magic. It was so awesome to have him come out and appear in person to teach one of my favorite effects with the rubber band. Make sure to check out all of his stuff at mrmagic.com. Scam School Remix brings you the best of our nearly 10 years and nearly 500 episodes of Scam School. Dive into the whole back catalog because every episode is time compressed, so you learn the maximum number of scammery in the least amount of time and with the least amount of ads. But also watch our ads on Scam School because they're good.